So good afternoon. Just start off the press conference here really with just we thought it was a good week of practice. You know, the guys were focused. They were really working diligently to improve their individual techniques and fundamentals, and then also as a group. You know, I like where we're going. Again, it's a process going through it. It's going to be one play at a time, one game at a time, a process to getting better at the things we want to improve on. But I thought the guys worked hard. You know, the coaches worked hard in the evaluation process, and then getting that evaluation and the adjustments to the players, and then working with the players in practice and individual. Like I said earlier in the week, we had longer individual, so the guys had a chance to really hone in on those techniques and fundamentals. I really like the drill work that the guys did, partnering with their players to get that done, and then taking it to the practice. You know, you could see the fundamental improvement in practice. So it was good. The whole week was good, and we're excited about getting going here and going up there and having a great battle there up in Monday night. So open up to questions.
Man, I'm sure you're aware, but if the Patriots win on Monday, Bill Belichick will still pass George Halas for second most all-time in wins. Does that have any significance to you?
Yeah, I mean, just when you talk about both those coaches, you know, the wins and all that stuff, you know, we can control. You know, we're going into a one-game battle here with the Patriots, and that's how we look at it. But when you look at the coaches, you know, the history of the game with Mr. Halas, you know, and Coach Belichick, wow, what a careers they both have had, and the impact they've had on the game of football. And it's just amazing. And obviously George Halas here with the Bears, you know, obviously the things he's done and the reputation he has and everything he's done for the Bears is just really amazing when you look back at the history.
Is Belichick, is he the gold standard for current NFL coaches?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that, yeah. I mean, look at the record. The record speaks for itself, and, you know, we're all, you know, really judged on wins and losses and championships, and certainly he has that, and he's done a great job, and his players play for him, you know, fundamentally sound, and his teams do the same thing. They're fundamentally sound, and they play football the right way. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever had that. You know, that's 13 or 14 years in the league now. I don't know if I've ever had that before this time of the year. You know, so we are certainly fortunate, and we're excited about that. Really, it goes down to the players, you know, before practice, after practice, taking care of their bodies. Our performance staff, you know, Salazar, you know, and Jimmy Arthur and all those guys, and Andre, and, you know, everybody in the training room doing a good job of really working with those players to keep them where they are. So, again, a lot of that's luck. A lot of it's, you know, you can't really predict. But certainly my hat's off to the players and the staff.
Man, a few weeks ago, injuries seem to be catching up to you. You're even having injuries in practice. I think Jalen got hurt in practice, Matt Adams, and then it seemed like you pulled back. How did that process go? I mean, did you kind of react to that? Because you kind of have to pull the reins a little bit, right, on what you do in practice to keep, you know, how do you like the way that worked, and what was the actual process?
Yeah, you just look at the numbers. That's you know, so you're getting data, you're collecting data all the time on the players. You know, are they hitting their speeds they need to hit during the course of the week so they can, you know, stay healthy in certain areas of their lower extremities and all that. And we look at all that information. And we decided to adjust a little bit because we had played a few games and we were leading up to the Thursday game. So that's really why we did it. And I thought it worked out well. I thought the guys are playing hard. I thought they're healthy. And that's what you want. You know, obviously we are obviously working on the execution part of it, and we'll continue to do that. But in terms of the health side of it, it's been good.
You're referring to, like, are you happy with the preparedness of the games, like the physicality? You know, in other words, has there been a cost to kind of not practice?
Yeah, I don't see that. I don't see that because I know if I saw that, I would definitely adjust to that. But I did not see that.
And when you talk about the data, do you mean the tracking software in practice or in games?
We look at both. Yeah, we look at both. We got workloads for each player and the speeds of each player.
Obviously, we talked to you earlier in the week about the evaluations and conversations you've had with Justin. Just how do you feel like he's kind of handled this week, you know, as he's resetting? Yeah,
positive. He's been positive, upbeat. He's been executing well in the walkthroughs and in practice. I would say, you know, A+ for the week, you know, from my standpoint. And being in the meetings with him working with the other players, it's been really good.
I imagine you guys did some work on Taekwon Thornton when he was in the draft, when you guys were doing your draft work.
Yep.
What did you see of him coming out of college, and then what have you seen the past 2 weeks when he's finally been able to make it on the field with the Patriots?
Yeah, I mean, just the athlete that we saw, you know, when we go back and look at him. That's really all I can say about him.
With With the Patriots, they still, to my knowledge, have not announced a quarterback, or I don't know if they will, for Monday.
Okay.
Has there been a case in your career where you've gone into the day of the game genuinely not knowing who the opposing quarterback is?
Yeah, that happens. That happens all the time. Guys are, during the week, they've come off injury. You don't know if the backup quarterback's going to play or the starting quarterback. That happens all the time. I mean, happens at least a few times a year. Maybe, you got to prepare. Like Alan said yesterday, you got to prepare, for two different guys if you have a running quarterback in a different style offense where they're running all of the RPOs and different things and quarterback runs as opposed to a drop back passer. But we see those quarterbacks as the similar style. They're a similar style. So it's really one and the same in terms of that, obviously.
When you're not sure during the course of the week, if you have a hunch it might be somebody, or if you suspect it, if it's 60-40 or something, do you then put 60% of preparedness into the guy who you think is probably the favorite to start? Like, is it a direct 50-50 split, or is it tilted toward,
Yeah.
you think it might be this guy? So
Yeah, I see where you're going, and I don't know if it's that. I think it's just you just know in the way the game is going, you adjust as you go. With what's going on. How they're attacking you, how we were attacking them to start. Is that the same style that they're playing, the same style that we need to play, and you adjust. From there, you have to do that.
And you faced Mac last year, right? Does that help you in your preparation for?
Yeah, I mean, whenever you face quarterbacks, it's like, you play in your division over a certain number of years, you certainly get, familiarity with that opponent, if it's offensive linemen, quarterbacks, and all that. So it was one time, and, obviously we watched several games on him at that point. We have this time too, so good player. He's for a young player, he's got, really good poise in the pocket, delivers the ball on time. He's very accurate. He's tough. He's done a lot of good things. Obviously, his last year that he had as a rookie was really amazing. So he's a great talent.
And with that, there's 2.5 games to go off of. What else can you look at? You don't look at college tape or anything like that, do you?
Well, I mean, you know what he did in college. He's a very good shotgun passer and very accurate. Gets the ball out, poise in the pocket. I thought he does a lot of good things too. And obviously the victories that he had when he started.
Looking at the Patriots passing attack as a whole, they're top-notch in completion percentage, yards per attempt, but, they have Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi, and they don't really seem to have a superstar wide receiver. From your perspective, how do they manage that, having such a great passing attack with maybe not some of the marquee weapons?
Yeah, I mean, they got some pretty good receivers, I don't know if I would agree with that. I would say they have some good receivers, so, and they know how to use them. They know how to use those guys. I think that, and I don't like saying a bunch of names, but they have a talented receiving group. They really do. They are very talented. To me, their tight ends are very talented. They know how to get open. They know how to use the tight ends. They have two guys at the running back position that are both a yin and a yang. So I think they're very talented on the offense. I would just say they're very talented the way we look at them. So.
Matt, what goes into properly executing stunts or twists? I know the Patriots defensive line, they like to do that, and they're pretty darn good at it. What goes into executing a stunt or twist and getting it home to the quarterback?
Yeah, I would just say violence. The speed and execution. The other thing I said the other day about blitzing, it's hard and fast. They'll be able to do that. And the repetition of it. You can see they rep those stunts. Whatever the stunts they have in for that particular week to beat the protections or beat a certain guy, they do that well. And you can see they rep it, they coach it. The players know exactly where they're going, and they execute it fast.
I don't know if this falls under competitive advantage or not, but is it safe to say that N'Keal Harry will be active and will get into the game?
Yeah, we're still looking at that. We're still looking at it, but he's looked good. He's looked good all week, so we're excited where he is.
We still need to hold that little up too, if he was going to be active. Is he still in the 21 day?
Yeah, he sure is.
Do you know whether you're going to do that?
We'll see.